Hey there, folks. As you may have already figured out, I don't really do videos anymore, but I had a story I really wanted to tell, and this seemed like the best format to do it. As you may already know from what I wear a lot, I am one of the biggest Mets fans in the entire universe. And that really is something that was passed down to me from my mom. It's a long-standing family tradition. My mother was an original New York Mets fan in 1962. But the tradition goes back further than that because she's a Mets fan because her parents were Brooklyn Dodgers fans. Her dad was a big Brooklyn Dodger fan, and she started off as a Brooklyn Dodger fan. But they left when she was about 10 years old. They left in 1957, and then the fans of the Dodgers really didn't have a team until 1962, and the Mets came along. My grandfather, my late grandfather, was born about 100 years ago, and I'm imagining he started rooting for the Brooklyn Dodgers when he was around 10. So rooting for the New York National League team in New York City goes back about 90 years. And part of that tradition is the hatred of the American League team in the city, the New York Yankees. So my family has been rooting for either the Mets or the Dodgers, in New York City for 90 years, and we've been hating the Yankees all this time. And you can probably already see where this is going, but here it goes. I have two sons. Two beautiful little boys. You've seen them on some videos if you were a long-time subscriber. They're growing up. My older son, Michael, is 7. He's going to turn 8 in October. My younger son, Peter, is 6. Michael is a big-time Mets fan. I had him singing the song from as early as he could as a little kid, singing Meet the Mets. I've got him completely indoctrinated. I've done my job there, kept the family tradition going. But little Peter is a bit of a contrarian. He just likes to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And look, he's little. He just turned 6 in June. I kind of laugh it off. And a couple of months ago, I was talking to Michael about we were going to go see the Mets, play a game. And Peter's like, "Oh, can we go to Yankee Stadium to go see the Yankees?" And I turned to him, and I'm saying this almost more for my wife's benefit than his, just to kind of be funny. I'm like, "Kid, if you want to go see the Yankees play, you're going to have to drive there yourself. You're going to have to wait till you get old enough to get a driver's license, because I'm not taking you there." And I didn't say it to be mean. I'm just, he really could care less. I thought he could care less. I mean, he doesn't know what team wins or what team loses. He wanted to be different. So I say that to him, and nothing really happens. And, I figure, okay, we're going to go to a Mets game this year, like a couple of Met games like we always do. And then we'll fast forward to about 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks, about 3 weeks ago, sometime in the middle of July, early July. Michael, Peter, and I are watching the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby, which takes place during the All-Star game, 3-day All-Star break. And so I'm letting them stay up late to watch that. And the final 2 players in the Home Run Derby are a guy from the Yankees and a guy from the Red Sox. And Michael, once again, has been indoctrinated to the anti-Yankee stuff. So he starts talking about how we got to root against the Yankees. And that triggers something in Peter. Peter turns to me and goes, "But I can't go see the Yankees because I can't drive. I'm not old enough. I can't go see Yankees for a really long time." And then look, this wasn't like the kind of, tantrum cry, like, "I want to get something for this." This was a cry of despair. He curls up on the floor in the fetal position, doing this quiet little cry, completely curled up in this vulnerable, sad position, just weeping and weeping and weeping. And I'm standing there and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God, he's doing this because of something I said. I did this to him. And of course, this makes me feel like the worst father in the entire world. And I'm like, oh my God. So, despite the 90 years of tradition, picked him up, took him in my arms, and did what I had to do to make him happy because, I love my little guy. And long story short, that is why I'm now holding these. That's right. I don't know if I can get them in focus here, but yeah, there we go. We are going to see the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Sorry, Grandpa. Sorry, Mom. I know you're watching somewhere, but But then again, I know you'd want to make your grandson and great-grandson happy, so he's going to be a happy boy. And that's why I'm linking this to the other True Love videos I made about my kids, because that's what it's all about. You know, as much as you may hate a baseball team or hate anything or love anything in your life, when it comes down to it, that all pales in comparison to the love you feel for your children. And I don't think I realized that until then. I mean, just watching him sitting there crying, it's like, this baseball stuff is just bullcrap. Yeah, I love the Mets and all, and yeah, I hate the Yankees, but you want your kid to be happy. So that's all I wanted to say. You know, I figured I needed to document the proof on video that I actually did this. Yes, I am holding actual Yankee tickets, 4 of them. We're going on September 5th. So yeah, don't know when I'll be on this channel again, but hey, thanks for watching all, and I'll see you next time.